the star of Thanksgiving dinner is this baby. It's a 20-pound turkey. We are at the end of Cooking with Cindy Thanksgiving edition. I'm going to show you how to make a perfectly roasted turkey. First, you start off with the turkey, and then you're going to want to paper towel dry the turkey inside and out. So I have this paper towel roll here, and then I'm literally going to pat it dry throughout the entire turkey. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want the turkey to be nice and crispy, and the skin to be crispy. If there's moisture in there while you're baking it in the oven, it's not going to be crispy. Okay, so do it everywhere. I'm actually going to put on my gloves. I'm going to put on my gloves. And you know, they say there's two schools of thoughts here about cleaning your turkey, right? Some say, hey, you know, when you remove it out of the plastic, you want to make sure you rinse the turkey and blah, blah, blah. You do the same with a whole chicken. But I actually don't like to do that. And the reason being is because you're spreading that bacteria all over your kitchen sink. And you don't want to do that. You want to contain it. And plus, the turkey's more or less kind of clean anyway, or at least I think it is. So you're going to pat dry it, right? I'm going to pull out the neck. So I'm going to use this neck bone for my turkey gravy. You're going to want to remove this plastic hock lock. There you go. And then there's this piece here. I don't know what it is. So I always cut it. And then I use to make my turkey gravy. And then I take the paper towel and I really dry it inside. I'm so scared of touching anything and everything when I'm dealing with turkey or chicken. And then go in between and under the drumsticks. Okay. The wings. You have this extra skin here that I also like to cut out. Okay, then you have your giblets here, right? That's also going to be for my turkey gravy. And then I'm just checking to make sure nothing else is in here. Nothing else is in here. Try this bit more. Okay. Now, what we want to do is season this turkey. But before I do that, I need to then take you over to the stovetop so we can make the buttermelt. So we're going to make the buttermelt mix. We're going to start off with 2 sticks of butter or a whole cup of butter. Same difference. While that's melting, I'm going to zest an entire lemon in it. Gosh, that smells so good. Okay, that's a zest of an entire lemon. Now, last time I juiced a lemon or a lime or a tangerine, I had everyone saying, you're juicing it the wrong way in the juicer. So I'm going to try it this way. I never knew. I always thought it's the other way. So many people said I was doing it wrong. So I don't know. But I guess it makes sense, right? Because if you're juicing it, it would, well, both make sense. You would think juicing it this way, right? Like that, because that's the shape of a half of a lemon. But then people are saying to do it this way because the holes are here and then the juice falls out. I've tried both and they both came out the exact same with the exact amount of juice. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And then what we want is we want 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme So I'm just gonna eyeball it. And you don't need to chop this, you just need to pull it down like so. I mean, you can do literally as little or as much time as you want, your own preference. I just put 2 tablespoons in there just to give everyone an idea of how much to actually put in. What I love about adding the thyme is it's just so nice and subtle, the flavor, and not overpoweringly strong like rosemary can be. I like a lot of thyme in mine, so I'm going to do extra. Okay, that should be enough. I'm going to bring it over here, and then I'm just going to let it cool because I don't want to pour the hot butter on the turkey. I don't want to use all of the butter because I want to save it for how I coat it on top. Take just a little bit of this, and I'm going to pour it in here. Okay. Okay, so I want to generously pour salt and pepper in the cavity. And then I'm going to stuff it with bunches of thyme. With the onions, I'm going to peel it, but just leave it still intact. And I'm going to cut it lengthwise so that it does stay intact, okay? And I'm stuffing it in here. The same with a lemon. Just going to shove it in there. And then you want to make sure that with the lemon, you want this exposed part, the inside of the lemon here, to touch the inside of the turkey, right? And then I do the same with the garlic. So for the garlic, you're going to cut it diagonally across like this with the peel on. Okay, voila. And then again, exposing the inside of the garlic. And you want it to touch the turkey like so, just to give it all that flavor. And again, I'm doing this where that is facing outward. More thyme here. I'm just gonna cut this part, this extra skin. Voila. Okay. Pour the butter on top. I'm just going to use my hands to do so. And just massage it all in. Getting all the crevices, the wings, the crevices inside here. Pouring some in here in the cavity. And what I'm going to do is a generous amount of black pepper and salt all over. It's always tricky to do the sides, so I just throw it like that. Get the inside of the wings. Do the same on this side. Do the same with the salt. Then I'm gonna get aluminum foil because you need to tent it with tin foil. But first, you need to cover the wings. And the reason why is because the wings, it's thin and it's high, it's sticking up, so it's gonna burn very easily. So I like to just cover my wings like so, tuck it in. And then you're going to just loosely tent it, like so. Because the turkey's gonna be in the oven for a long time. You don't want your turkey to burn. So I basically cover it, loosely cover it. I'm not gonna seal it, right? Now I'm gonna put this turkey in the oven at 350 degrees. And there has been many times, especially in the beginning when I was making turkey, that my turkey, I would pull it out of the oven and it was still bloody and it was still pink. And it basically ruined our Thanksgiving dinner. That has happened to me a couple of times, especially in the beginning. And there's nothing worse than having undercooked turkey on the biggest day or one of the biggest days of the year, right? You want to make sure, and this is what I discovered from Peter's mom, who taught me. She said it's 20 minutes per pound and an additional 20 minutes for good measure. I have to say that every time that I use that formula, it has never failed me. I make a perfectly cooked turkey each and every time. And then in the end, we just lift the tent to see if it needs to cook a little bit more without the tin foil on top. But there you go. That's my trick. We're gonna put this in the oven and we are gonna see how it comes out. Let's hope to God it comes out. I imagine how I would imagine it to come out. So let's do it. 7 hours has now passed. Here's the big review. Look at how gorgeous this turkey is. It's literally perfect each and every time. See how it's so important to cover it? Because if you cover it, then it won't get so, because this is covered and it's nice and brown. That's what you want. Now I'm gonna show you how to carve a turkey. It's important to note that I actually let this rest for at least an hour before I'm gonna start cutting it and carving it. I recommend you do the same only because if you were to carve your turkey straight out of the oven, all the juice from the turkey will be released and removed. So you want to wait at least 30 minutes, if not at least an hour, and then you can carve it. So then that way all the juice stays intact in there. Your turkey will become so much juicier. So I have my cutting board. Okay, let's do this. It's like I only have one shot to get this right, so I'm a bit nervous here. But I've carved many a turkeys before. What I do is start with the leg, the drumstick, and you know your turkey is cooked when you can easily remove the drumstick like this. And I use a serrated bread knife to do my carving. See how perfect that is? Now, if your turkey isn't fully cooked, it won't easily be able to pull the drumstick out. And trust me, I've done that before. And the skin is so nice and crispy. I'm gonna put on one glove so that I'm not touching everyone's meat. Lift this baby up. Okay. Then you remove the wings. See how you can easily just pull it apart? Now, let's do this baby. So you want to cut the breast like so on each breast. So at the supermarket, or at least my local supermarket that I go to, they offer turkey year round. So what they do is they'll cut the breast and then they'll slice it this way, right? Because you just get more. You can do that. So that's option one. And then option two is okay, then I flip this over. Look at how beautiful that is. And then I hold the turkey breast together so then it doesn't fall apart along with the skin. Do you see how I'm doing that? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to carve both ways. So this is option one that I'm doing now. On the platter. And then that way everyone can help themselves and get a slice. How beautiful is that? And then option two on how to carve a turkey breast is to do it this way. See how I'm holding the skin? Because I want to make sure that it stays with the meat. You really need that like electric cutting knife. All right, that's now option two. So I'm just gonna go back to doing option one because that's my favorite way of cutting it. But I just wanted to demonstrate to you guys. And you wanna take your time in cutting this. Don't rush it because if you rush it, it's not gonna be beautiful. Holding the skin in place as I'm cutting. Your guests who likes chicken skin or turkey skin are gonna love you for this. Now I'm gonna show you how to dress your turkey platter. I love to use cranberries to decorate, whether it's my Christmas table, Thanksgiving table, my serving platters, etc. We'll garnish and throw some cranberries. And it's just literally about creating layers. Then I have these guys that I'm just going to put here, like so. You can use rosemary, you can use eucalyptus. You just gotta play around with it and fiddle with it, you know? Whatever looks better. A few more cranberries. So here we are, the finished product. Oh, and I forgot to do the most important thing, the taste test. That is as tender as a turkey can get, because turkey meat, we all know, can be very dry, but you can make it nice and somewhat juicy by doing that trick, which is wait until you carve. Wait for at least an hour until you carve. So there you go. I'm still gonna cut the dark meat, and then I'm gonna put it on a separate platter, only because a lot of people don't like dark meat. So that's that. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Last but not least, I need to do the drippings, because we are going to make turkey gravy next, and I'm gonna show you how. So this is your thigh meat. Again, this is an amazing skin, so you want to keep the skin. And then for the rest of the bed, I'm just gonna grab another glove, and then I'm just gonna have at it. So you can either do this in advance, right? Or you can showcase it and do it in front of all your guests right before sitting down and eating the turkey dinner. And then with the whole carcass, you can make turkey pho with my chicken pho recipe. So instead of the chicken, do turkey broth. There you go. How pretty is this? I hope everyone have a fantastic Thanksgiving with your loved ones. Feast, be merry, eat a shitload, because I am. Bye.